Good evening, people, and welcome back to the shorts of Buster Keaton, his final silent short film, 1923's The Love Nest, another boat film, which I like these boat films. This didn't make my favourites list the last time, but it might do this time, because it opens with silhouettes of Buster and a girl. Then you'll get a title card that'll say, from Buster, as you have cancelled our engagement, I have decided not to marry you. He's leaving to sail around the world, so I will forget you. Then it says, P.S. If you do not receive this letter, write me. So he gets in his boat called, I think it's called Cupid, and sets sail. He runs into this whaling ship run by a captain who, at the slightest offence, throws crew members overboard. The slightest thing gets them, throws them out. And this guy is Joe Roberts, who's been in lots of them. Big guy, he's a captain, tough guy. So Buster kind of makes a little bit of a nuisance of himself, but eventually gets promoted through one way or another to the steward. And they spot a whale, and he says, all hands on deck. So I didn't remember, I don't remember any of this film, but I knew what he was going to do. He puts both of his hands on the deck. Then he comes back to him and says, what are you doing? I said, all hands to port. So Buster runs off and finds a bottle of port. That is very, very funny. I just thought that was great. The captain gets dragged overboard when the harpoon gun explodes, and the captain's overboard. Buster proclaims he is now the captain, but as soon as the captain comes back on board, everyone throws themselves off the boat before he does it. So Buster's had enough, he wants to escape. So there's a rowing boat called the Little Love Nest, but he can't budget to launch it. So in typical Buster Keaton style, he takes an axe, goes down to the bottom of the ship, and chops a hole in the ship so that it floods, so that the water will rise to the rowing boat and he can row off. And it works, because he goes off and then he ends up on this big wooden board that we later find out that is target practice for this battleship. And they fire on him and he dies. You can see him going up to heaven. He dies. But then, not to really spoil it too much, but he wakes up and it was a dream. And I was just watching it, I thought, oh, it's a dream. And it just took a little bit of the shine off it. His boat never left the harbour, still tied up. And it was a dream, which is kind of a little bit disappointing, but didn't affect my overall enjoyment of this film. I thought it was very, very good. And a fine way to go out. The Love Nest, 1923. I was going to say thumbs up, but I haven't done that at all, so I won't do it now. Yeah, that's it. We picked the next one, wherever the hat's gone. I was sitting on the hat. So the next film to watch will be, and off the top of my head I don't remember it, Daydreams. So I'll see you then, and comments are welcome.